Hello and welcome. Hey, if you're new to the channel, first time stopping by, thank you so much for taking some of your time out to view. Always ask that you would consider subscribing. If you do, ring ding 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 that bell down there so you're notified when the videos do come out. Little reflection that when I came here after the tsunami was temporary housing. That's a school. All this was basically a mud pit, temporary tents, but inside the gymnasium, that gymnasium right there, that's where they housed the people after the fact. Tents and stuff out here were like whatever they could salvage of their personal property. And I remember sitting up here on this pedestrian crossover. It smelled like the sea, or not the sea, but it actually smelled like the seal encampment, where you want to call it at, like SeaWorld and stuff. That had to have just that sea lion smell, you know, kind of smelly. That's what it smelled like to me. And I can remember looking at all the devastation, and I see now, I know it's kind of weird, but these are things that I noticed. The little cemetery there, because of the surge of water, they were all toppled over. Looked like major vandalism or something going on. They're all toppled over, broken, destroyed, moved, everything. It's just terrible. And now if you see all the dark black ones in there, those are all new, so they redid them. And it's all set up again. You know, just these little things like that I noticed. And see below me the traffic, there was nothing. I mean, it was quiet. Nobody was walking around. And it was just this very eerie, I don't even know the words to describe it, just extremely eerie. You know, it's like death everywhere. You know, it was terrible, terrible feeling. And these are some of the things I noticed. You know, the little things like that, the traffic. And it's overcast, but you don't smell the ocean. Doesn't smell like you're at the seal thing there at SeaWorld. You know, it smells clean, it's nice. The playground's back in order, school's back in. It's just the weirdest thing, and the little things you notice right after something very devastating, and then to come back year after year and see how it progressively changes and gets better. I mean, I went live earlier, and except for like this area, there's a couple little vacant lots, but not bad. Everything's pretty well back in order and up and running again. But in town, there's a lot of vacant areas, and there's some that are along the jetty there. The ground actually sank down a couple of feet. They won't even allow them to build there anymore because it's just, the ground is so unstable. Still a lot of aftermath after almost 8 years now, or over 8 years of since the tsunami. It's just something weird to sit there and look around and see and look at the traffic. Life is back. But they, for one, are a culture that does not forget. So there's still a lot of the places back there. I was walking over here to Jay's Cafe, which is right there. That's where we're working. They have little memorials in some of the fields from the houses that were there, and they'll never build a house there again. A lot of the families, so much bad memories, I guess you want to say. A lot of the families never even came back. They went elsewhere in Japan. It's just too much for them. So it's very humbling being here. Almost from day one, as soon as we were allowed to come back, or actually anybody allowed to come in, because the radiation levels, because I think there's a plant 3 to 5 kilometers away. So they were monitoring levels of radiation before they allowed other people to start coming in. I mean, coming through there's police directing you. You can only go a certain route coming in. You couldn't really go around and I don't say look around, but you couldn't go around or venture any further than the direct path they were bringing you into the area to do work and right back out. It's a good thing to see that it is all changed and life has come back. So as I drink my morning cold coffee that I get out of the vending machines here, it's a good feeling. So we're going to go down here to Jay's Cafe, right there. We're going to try to paint the outside. We had scaffolding ordered or on reserved and never showed up. Something happened with the logistics. We were going to paint the top part of the building, at least get that done, because the bottom part they could do easy. But main thing was to get the top part. So I think what we're going to do is we got some caulking we have to do. There's some things leaking, so we're going to go around the building, caulk it on that side of the building, between these two buildings. That's where the side of the building was almost crushed in. There's a huge crack, and there's a lot of foundation repairs to allow us to get into that building. But we went in and started other stuff until they got that done. So there's still some little things we have to do as far as little maintenance, I guess you want to call it. So we're going to do some caulking, and then hopefully we're going to try to paint the bottom part, because we can't do the top. All the uplift we were going to do on the front, putting like a trim around it, dividing it top and bottom, two different colors, and we're going to put like a little fascia or something across the top there. Can't do none of that because we don't have any scaffolding, but we'll do what we can do. And anything else, we'll just help some of the local ladies here that lost their husbands and do cleaning or maintenance, or help do some of the heavy lifting if they need. So there's always stuff that can be done. They're a very proud people, so it's hard for them to acknowledge, or at least to a stranger, foreigner, that they need help. But you know, we'll try to bridge that gap the best we can. So I'm gonna head down there, see what's going on. We gotta get ready to start our day. So I'm gonna head down. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take a check. Build it for your sanity. Stay tuned. We got lots coming from Japan. Bye.